welcome to BBC Podcast, happening with Tucci again. I got some very special people here that they were able to make this happen. Thanks to my boy right here, Big Trey. You already know who he is. Y'all seen him on other shows. Yeah. Got my boy D on the other side right here, special guest, and our other special guest. I'll let her introduce herself.
Alex Chains.
Thank you for taking your time on the show.
Thank you so much.
Wanted to touch up for other people that don't know, just briefly tell them your occupation.
Mm-hmm. So I work as an adult actress, I guess is the PG way of saying performer, or adult film performer. And that's actually only what I do right now. So I am diving in deep, yeah.
Okay. Just quickly, timeline, you've been actually in the industry?
Oh, a year and 2 months.
Okay. So that would be brand new, or is that
I feel like time moves differently. It used to be very different. The landscape of the adult industry as a whole has completely changed. And continues to evolve. So I'd say I'm very new only because I'm taking things very slow. I don't want to burn out. I want to enjoy it. It's a passion, and I think once it stops becoming a passion, it becomes a problem.
Okay. How can somebody find passion in the industry? You can find passion in anything, anytime you turn your hobby into a living, basically, and just make it work. But to the outside. The label I'm gonna use is vanilla. For the vanilla people that do their regular and what they're supposed to be taught to do.
Yeah.
How do you find passion is with you do?
I think there was always a desire. You have to be a bit of a pervert, right? And a bit of an exhibitionist, because you're saying, just like an actress, you're saying, I want people to see me. So you're putting yourself on this worldwide stage because you fully know this video is not going to be taken down. It's there forever. So you better want it. Because it's there's no going back.
Okay. And what about for connections? Did you come into the industry single, or are you taken on the market?
That's a loaded question. No, I was actually married. And so I used my divorce to go for my dreams. I asked my husband, I was real with him, I said, I want to do this. I think it's all fun and games when it's you're trying stuff with your partner. Everything's boundaries and communication. Right? So I said to him, 2 years before we finalized the divorce and went through the process, I want to do this so bad. Do you think you'd let me or want to, And he's like, hell no.
But even did you guys live a vanilla lifestyle?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
There was cheating on both sides, but it was just because of lack of communication. If there was that, I think it would have been very different. Now I'm seeking something where there's common ground, just no room for error, because I was with him for 7 years and you still don't know people because people grow and change.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
How was it, the transition? Was that fuel? Once the divorce hit, was it more kind of I'm gonna show him I'm gonna do it anyway?
No, it was not revenge. I was actually mortified when he found out and came to me, because it was not.
On the internet?
Yeah, he's a fan. Yeah, so he saw my scene and then he reached out to me, obviously really angrily, but I had no intentions of letting him know, and I didn't know it was going to be seen. It kind of was obviously you think, oh, it's going to be seen, but it was a month into things, and it was purely because it was if not now, when? You kind of can pivot at any time, 50, 60, there's no time frame. So this whole sense of you need to be married and have kids by that. I did the married game, I did a 9 to 5. I think it's an illusion. Success is subjective, and it's important to remember that, because at the end of the day, your fulfillment is the most important. So I just was kind of fear-based. I was I need to jump in, kind of.
Okay. Come into the industry, how is it that you find the right connections? Obviously that's
I'm
you
so
work
sorry,
with Big Trey here, but how do you make the right connections to get with the right people?
I was not one of the OnlyFans girls who are commonly getting scouted nowadays. Nowadays, they're so hot, they're on Instagram. Agents are going on and they're scouting girls. I was not that. I had no social media for years before applying. Yeah, I just recently got an Instagram and all of that. But because people need to see you, where can we find you?
Yeah.
But I looked up different agencies, did research, and then applied. like to an agency and had photos that I took myself. And it's like, yeah, and I literally was like, I'm gonna take this shot, and they can either ignore me, and I can fall into the, into their, like, get lost in the recesses of their email, or they can reach out, and I got reached out to, and they were like, okay, asked me a bunch of honest questions, and were like, are you serious about this? I was like, yes. Yeah.
Quick question, Trey. Like you see, like she's saying that she's new. Like you've been in the game like for a while. You see girls come and go. I know you talked about this before. Like they'll be here for a minute, and the next minute they just go on. Even if they get like a big name and they'll disappear. Mm-hmm. Like, would you recommend like if you were just like if she came to you when she first started, like would you be like how would you break it down to her? Like she should take these steps with the agency. She should try to do just OnlyFans by herself and just try to collab with people.
I told her one time when we first met, I came in mainstream first, so I came in before the OnlyFans even came into the game. But she's going at it the right way. Okay. I could definitely say that because I've paid attention to her since we met. And like even answering the question you asked her, like even me and her, our connection, it wasn't like how normally we jump on Twitter or Instagram, we see each other and we like DM each other, like, hey, let's collab, whatever. We actually met in person first. You know what I'm saying? We met while she was shooting another podcast, and I happened to be over there chilling, shooting a scene, and we just hit it off as just like good friends. Our natural energy, we felt the vibe, and then we was like, we should work together one day. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So our friendship comes off of naturally just meeting each other in person for real instead of it being like social media and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So
a question for both of you guys, like, is that natural? Does that happen all the time? Like the connection you guys made, like you meet somebody and you feel
in
like
this industry, hell no, hell no. I wish it did, but no, sir, it don't. Like it definitely does.
Okay. That's a little topic I want to touch up on. Like, tell in each of you guys individually, your definition of how people in the industry move when it comes to whether they want to be like they really true like networking with you or they like the friendship type of thing. Like,
ooh, that's because it's like, and I know she's seen it even in her year already. Like it's so cliquish in the industry too. Like the industry a lot like high school, bro. Like, and that's why I tell you, I keep my circle very small. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so high schoolish, and it's like you can see the people that was like. It's like you could tell the people who wasn't. Let me make sure I say it right. Who wasn't very well known growing up, I guess you could say, or wasn't popular, and then they get into this industry and they get a few fans on Twitter or something, and then it goes to their head, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and they think they the shit and this and that, and they usually the ones that go out of the industry super fast too. And then you got ones like myself, not to toot my own horn, but like I played 4 sports growing up. I've been in the newspaper for sports, and I even had fans in bodybuilding. So when I got fans in the industry, it wasn't that new to me. Like I was just like, when the next check coming? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I never let the fan stuff go to my head. If anything, I'm very humble, and all my fans have always said, "Man, you're so humble, you're so nice," and things of that nature. And it's just like that's just naturally me. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I was raised and things of that nature. So I don't know, man. But a lot of these people are like very high schoolish. And I had to learn from the beginning because when I first came to the industry, my first year, I was getting invited to everything. But then I slowed up going to some of the parties. I'm like, man, some of this is whack, dude. Like, this is whack. Like, not all the people, say not all everybody, but it is some whack-ass people in the industry, so I just choose to keep my circle small and roll that way, and it's better for me like that, you know what I'm saying? It keeps my saneness down.
Real quick before she starts, is it just like that for the men that you seen, like the cliquish thing, or does women do it too?
Yeah, the women pretty cliquish too. They might be worse than the men. Like, because the women, I could see them, they had their little cat fights on social media and stuff too. The men are a little bit more fake, like to where it's like, we see each other at events, it's like, what's up, bro? You know, and they really don't like, they be talking shit behind your pillow talking. Because I've had girls like send me screenshots of something another male talent said. And like, I even told my moms about this, like, one time I wanted to slap the shit out of this dude in the industry, bro. And one of my homeboys, shout out to my boy Hollywood Cash, Cash talked me out of it, was like, bro, don't do it, it ain't worth it, bro. And I was like, nah, this sucker ass thing, pillow talking, you know what I'm saying? So dudes don't even be understanding, like, the girls will tell us, like, you talking shit about us, you know what I'm saying? So that's why, like I said, I keep my circle small. I don't even hang with most of them, dog, like, for real.
To add to that, I think that it just speaks volumes, though, of how your longevity in the industry, because you're constantly evolving. And I think that's, like, a key thing, because talent, like knowing people and blah 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 and trends and moments will pass, like you've seen, but true talent is gonna last. And there's a reason why you've been so long, and you also know how to navigate. I mean, I'm making a lot of mistakes, I'm not gonna lie, because I'd say to add to that, it's kind of like I'd say definitely high school, like, but like any industry, you can't, like, I feel like emotional maturity and mental fortitude is going to get you there, because you're objective and stuff. You can't be swayed, because it's going to, in any environment, I've worked in a dental office, it's kind of like you have people who complain and then they commiserate. So it's just kind of like, I remember that in the tough moments, because I was not the cool kid. But I had to like think about it, like, you know, I'm an antisocial butterfly, but I want to like make the effort, but also just keep my wits about me. And like you said, you know, keeping your circle small is like a very important thing. I think that could be used in any industry, honestly.
Facts. Facts.
How do you feel about, like, obviously now, like, you're in the industry and men see you like in a different light? Does it change your way of coming out from like being married to now? Like, how do you date now as an industry person?
I think it was always hard for me, because I mean, I met my ex-husband on a dating site. So I was online. I think every generation, you see that even now, like, kids are using apps to meet people, so it was kind of like, but when I did it, it was like, this guy, my mom would tell me he could be a murderer. You're gonna end up, she like instilled a lot of fear in me, which is normal and good, but at the same time, it was like so weird to meet him off that, and then I had to, like, I think dating in general is just hard, honestly, because
even outside the industry. Like, So you say that you struggled before?
Because it's kind of like, I was crazy. Like, not, like, I can say it because, like, with my hormones and everything, like, 18-year-old me is not the me that's sitting here now. Like, I met him at 18, so I stopped dating pretty young. Like, I pretty much was, like, reached adult, like, minimum age, and then was immediately married. So my dating is probably limited, but what I did experience, it was brutal. And now I don't date, but not because I don't want to because of industry stuff. It's mainly just because I feel like I have to complete myself before I go out into that. Because I feel like when you're trying to find a partner from, like, a state of desperation, or, you know, it's just not good. So I'm doing the inner work.
But being now, like, how do you shield, how do you choose and set your standards for, like, the men that are coming at you? Because obviously we know, like, why they're reaching out to you is because they see you, I would say, like, in a reverse role, like, being that, like, I have to date you first and I have to see this, and then I get to see all this. So, like, now I can go backwards. I can see you on the internet and everything. Now I come see you and try to meet you in person. Like, how do you sort those guys out? How do you know true intention?
I mean, discernment is important, right? But at the same time, I don't think that it's, like, easy. I wish I could give you, like, a straight answer, but it'd be so convoluted and, like, rambling, honestly, because people now all the time, like, it doesn't matter whether you're in adult, right? They have parasocial relationships with people because girls are on TikTok. They're making YouTube shorts. Everyone's creating content. It doesn't matter who and where you are. People are putting videos online. They're kind of telling you about their day-to-day. So that makes it even weirder, because then people are going to feel like they already know you. So definitely what I put online, I do keep things for myself. So there's a level of privacy. So that's going to be, like, harder. I think it's going to be, like, I have to keep things for myself, because then I'd go crazy. And with dating, it'd make it even weirder, because then, right, it's dating. I think dating is brutal, and then with the adult thing, it makes it harder, just because you never know. I feel like dating, whether you're a man or a woman, is just, I mean...
I've actually found it, like, easier dating outside the industry as a man. Well, actually, both of them had goods and bads. Like, dating in the industry, the one person I did date in the industry was hard because it was always too much competition at home. Like, I got more followers on Twitter than you today, or, like, she'll make a no list of who you can't work with because she got beef with those female talents, and you be like, man, what? Like, you messing with my money. And I've dated outside the industry where the girl, she was cool with it. Like, she even helped me set up the set, the lights, camera, and everything. She just didn't want to see nothing. Like, she even liked meeting the girls and getting to know them. But she'd be like, all right, I'm going. Text me when y'all finish working, blah, blah, blah. She didn't even want to be, like, over my shoulder while I'll be editing the scene or nothing like that. So, other than that, like, it was still gravy. It was still good. But it can be hard, too. Like, so sometimes you meet women and, like, even in the gym, and then find out what I do for a living. And it's hard to tell if they really like you because they like you or they just want to find out if you're really good at your job. You know what I'm saying? Because I've gotten that as well, too, where they just want to hook up. And because you are a porn star, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to see if you really videos. I'm like, dang, I thought you really liked me. But no, you just really want me for that. Like, dang. So I guess you actually find out what it's like to be like a woman, I guess.
Everyone wants something from you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, golly. So, yeah, I've got that in the 7 years I've been in the industry as well, too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's been an interesting ride.
I actually have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
So dealing with someone in the industry, how are you able to separate like your feelings? Like, did you ever watch like her scenes? Or you just kind of...
The funny thing is I did before we dated because we actually met through work, like doing the work. So, and one thing I do, like, I guess it's not weird, but I guess it's funny. Like when I get ready for a scene, especially if it's a girl I haven't worked with yet, I do sort of like in football because I play football. Like I do my research, you know what I'm saying? So I find out what's their do's, don'ts, what's sexy about them, that I like and things like that. So like when I get to set, because you hardly get to talk to the girls on set. Like she'll tell you like the girls in hair, makeup, then they doing photos before so by the time you actually get this even close to her, it's time to shoot. So you ain't really had time to talk to her, get to know her, and nothing like that. So I sort of build in my mind like this, I get this mental state, you know what I'm saying, where I think like, okay, she wants me or this, or I find this sexy about her, so that makes, we can bring that performance out in the scene. So I pretty much already know her do's and don'ts even before I ask, because before we shoot a scene, I always ask the female, what's your do's, don'ts, because you don't never want to do anything to her, like, you don't want to be pulling her hair and she's not about getting her hair pulled or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Some girls will be like, I really like to be choked and slapped and this and that. I'm like, look, I'm a big dude. I'm 250. I'm not going to slap you. For number one, you're not going to have my big black ass on camera slapping you, things of that nature. And then I also even think about, like, my daughter as well, too, because, like, my daughter doesn't watch my scenes, but her little girlfriends do, you know what I'm saying? Like, her little girlfriends be having crushes on me. And I never want them to go back to her and be like, I seen your daddy do this in one scene, blah, blah, blah. So I even think about that respect as well, too. So I do the research like I'm getting ready for a football game. Like, all right, what does she like to do? What does she not like to do, and things of that nature. So I get ready for it like it's a game, bro. Like it's sports for real.
Watch over the tapes.
Yeah, I do my research. But yeah, once me and her started dating, I didn't really watch too much of her stuff. Like I might see her clips on Twitter or something like that and hit like. But we so used to it that it didn't bother me or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? Because we both had to have in our mental state, like, that's just work. And then once we get home, it's back to being our regular selves, you know what I'm saying? So that was the biggest main thing for me.
Question, do you, like, come into the industry, you're filming in, like, nice cars, nice houses, and all the other, like, extravagant, more nicer stuff. Does it, since being in the industry, have you raised the bar on, like, qualifications for a man to date you?
No, they've
No?
gotten lower. No, that sounds so bad. No, I'm just trying to be a brat. No, actually, my ex-husband was from a very affluent family, and that became a problem because I come from a very, I say middle class, it's not middle class.
Yeah, how to make
I'm like, I'm making it sound nicer, but we were, hardworking, so I, need someone who has the same work ethic, and I could care less, because if your parents constantly coming to save you, or you have a trust fund, or, you just don't appreciate a dollar the same way, and so I think it's more just, change of, from a failure, I'm, learning, I need it to be in alignment with the same goals, and I could care less how much they have in the bank, because ultimately, if someone's hardworking enough, they're going to become successful, or they're going to make it happen because their priorities are in order. But if someone's worried about that as growth, I don't want to say gross because then it's mean. I have to police my words.
Wouldn't the guy have to, you still want him to have ambition though and just have drive? Or?
Ultimately, yeah. I think the character matters the most because I've had, this is going to sound so shady, but I've had more, I've had sugar daddies. I'm not going to lie. like, I don't talk about it a lot because I feel like maybe people will have a warped perception of me, but I think the reality is that more girls have sugar daddies than you think, and also you can care for someone and still it be kind of transactional, because in a relationship you're giving either way, right? You're giving energy, you're giving time, and you care and you show each other in different ways, like different love languages. But I've like had way crazier experiences outside of adult, so I'm kind of desensitized to the illusion of wealth, and I don't want someone who's vapid or just like a shiny blingy car, because then it's like, oh, so he's materialistic, and they're worried about,
but like most men like nowadays are like, man, like they're taught, like social media is there, like you have to have all this, you gotta have this money, this
and
only
I
way you're gonna get this girl.
sympathize because it's like, I hate to say it, but I I don't actually understand, but I do try to understand, because in my own way, I feel like, I say it all the time, I feel more like a guy than a girl, like internally, just because I can see, I'm a wallflower, right? And like I'm also more of a lesbian, like I'd say 60-40. So, yeah, so like I can, like, I've had certain experiences that like have shaped the way I see things, and I know that they're held to this crazy high standard, right? And I just don't want to perpetuate that and then lie and create, like, even online, I don't have any fake I do take pictures that I'm like paid $300 to $500 to get a cute look, right? But I'm not like promoting this image of like, oh, you need to spend $200 on me minimum so that I can talk to you and stuff, because it's like, that's not what I want. But I'm not mad at it. I appreciate a boss girl. So I'm like, let girls do right and wrong.
For real, like, I think Cali got more sugar daddies than anywhere, bro. Like, I never even knew what a sugar daddy was, so I moved to the West Coast.
You don't think it's Miami and Florida?
Oh.
They're probably out there, but I never lived out there. You know, I just always visited Miami for either work or vacation. But actually moving to LA, like when I was my first month living out here and shooting, like, just all the girls I was working with would be like, yeah, I gotta go do this with my sugar daddy. I gotta see my sugar daddy. What the hell is a sugar daddy? Like, I was like, oh, I need to find a sugar mama then. Damn, okay. Like,
Something's in the water in Florida, though. The women are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Something's out there.
Florida's
They're
so
built
different, dog. Florida's so different. Even work out in Florida is different. Like, I prefer working in LA. Florida work is just, I hate to say it, I'm sorry my Florida people, but it's not as professional as it is in Cali. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's because Cali is the mecca, you know what I'm saying, of the adult industry, but out in Florida is a little bit different, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna get too deep into it. I'll say that for another episode.
And then for both of you guys, when it comes to the dating, how do you be yourself and like block out the judgment while you're
I don't think I can not.
You got to have strong, tough skin for that.
Yeah, I do got tough skin. I'm from Detroit, born and raised. That city gives you tough skin. Like, you cannot survive in that city without tough skin for sure. So my skin been tough my whole life. Like, I've been through the rigors. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, my parents helped shape me for that. Like, I had one of those mamas that was like, all right, look, before you start school, like, I'm talking about when I'm like 5, 6 years old, before you start school, kids gonna try to be mean. They're gonna tell you mama jokes and fat jokes and this and that, but you just come back with this joke and that joke. So I was already prepared. You know what I'm saying? Like, my parents prepped me. My dad was a boxer. He taught us how to fight, even though I was slow with using the fighter skills that he taught us. But once I finally did, it was a wrap. Yeah, Detroit give you tough skin, so that don't even bother me. Like, I'm always gonna be who I am. That's why I think I chose the stage name that I got, Big Trey, because I'm actually a third for real. I didn't want to come with some corny name, you know what I'm saying, like Long Schlong or some shit like that. So it was like, I said, I got to be as close to me as possible. And even people call me Big Trey, I'm still Joe, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't even be fake, dog. I can't.
What about for yourself?
I like I said, I'm not dating, so it makes it like I'm off market. So I don't know, but I think it would be like, I gotta get like, maybe show up no makeup and completely no, I don't want to say beat up, but maybe like not, because I just want to like it to be.
Is that normally yourself? Do you usually go out like no makeup?
She's still gorgeous. I seen her with no makeup.
I just mean like, I just mean I want to like, I don't want it to be, because like you said, the dynamic of like adult you know, they're already gonna have this perception of you and this idea of you in their head, and I don't want it to be like a fantasy experience, because I'm a real person. You're a real person. We're multidimensional. You know, like at home, they want the porn star at home, maybe, and I just am like, I'm super boring. Like, I love to, I'm a, like, duality. I literally am like both things. Two things can be true, right? You can be crazy and stuff like that, and then like at home. So maybe I just want to be like as real as possible, so that way it's not like, but it is hard, and I think I would have like a lot of barrier to entry, maybe like a series of exams.
I do know how to turn that performer off. Like, I do know how to be Big Trey on camera when the cameras come on, and then when I'm at home, I know how to be chill, watch football, you know what I'm saying, eat sushi or something, like, and just be regular old me. But yeah, you do got to be able to turn the performer off. I do hate when like you dating somebody and they don't know how to put the phone down or stop being that person they're on social media, and it's like, come on, dog, be yourself right now. Like, damn.
How do you guys know to pick and choose, I guess, somebody time of day? Like, say, like you might work with somebody, and it clicked, like you said, like the fireworks go off, the connections there makes the scene even better. But then like cameras off, you guys can still talk and communicate. You guys are cool after. Like, is it like, would you recommend to date within the work field, or?
Not everybody. Nah, hell no. But you might have a few that you can, and then you can have a few where you're just friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got some females in the industry where we just friends like that. Like, we hang out. Like, we do almost all the dating stuff without dating. You know what I'm saying? Or having a relationship, nothing like that. It's just, hey, you want to go to the movies tonight and chill? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's do that. We might go to the movies, get drinks, chill, go back, do the boyfriend, girlfriend type of thing. You know what I'm saying? But we not, you know, doing any of that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got like maybe 2 or 3 like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But so it's not like a long list, like being a player or some shit like that. Yeah.
Do you hang out with industry people outside of work?
Yeah, I've made some mistakes.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this as like a disclaimer. You're coming from a normal lifestyle, and then you're suddenly meeting all these sexy, talented, hot people, right? It's like overwhelming, and you want to date everyone, like, if you're naive, which I was. But I just think that ultimately sex work, when you have let's remove the like component of adult. Maybe she's a cam girl, maybe she's when you're doing sex work, your level of intimacy and your idea and concept of intimacy changes. So maybe because you can have the greatest scene, right? She can suck your soul out, she can do the best job, and then be cool after because it's like removed. Not saying that it's compartmentalized, but you view sex differently, and then maybe holding hands while having, you know, intimate moments or like sex is going to be way more personal than what you're doing on camera, because suddenly kissing and different things are now like off limits, you know, because it's like, or, you know, that changes, and it's like, well, I told you how I grew up, and, you know, instead of, because you literally jump, like Trey mentioned, you jump straight to sex, like you meet the person, and now it's like, well, now we gotta do a scene and say these lines, and
I gotta agree with you. I made some mistakes in my first year too, as well too. You know, just you know, kicking it with, not gonna say the wrong people, but you just find out they're not exactly who you think they are, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I probably, like I said, my circle is still small. Like I said, only like 2 or 3 people that I really hang with like that. And that's every now and then. Like, it ain't like every week. It's like one of them live all the way in Seattle, so I don't see her all the time. You know what I'm saying? But she's also like a veteran. Like, she's been in the industry like over 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she's sort of similar mindset to me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and like I said, we just friends. That's it. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I think you could definitely date people in the industry. I think just like with regular dating, let's say they're not in it, I think communication is key. And like you said, you can be with someone and not know who they are, or you see that they're like, anyone can be a jerk. What I really want to say is not that, but anyone can be a jerk. So it's kind of like, but I have dated and made a mistake, and same thing that you find out. But it's just like a job like any other, and, you know, like a restaurant, everyone's having sex with everybody, and then you realize, oh shit, I gotta see them the next day. This is a bad idea. I cannot undo it. Now I shot where I ate. Now I gotta see you, and I now want to quit my job because I don't want to see you.
So how do you guys reply back to this, like the industry? I mean, like the social media wise, like dating coaches and pickup artists, all that stuff are out there just telling telling people, I'm pretty sure it goes for the girls too, telling for men. They look at you guys as like adult industry people, and here's an example as a red flag, don't date these people. Like, what is your reply to that?
You want to take that one first?
No.
Me being a vet, I can tell girls who not to mess with and stuff like that because I've been around long enough and I know who the bad apples are in the industry and stuff like that. But usually by the time they come ask me, it's already too late. You know what I'm saying? Like
already took assumption.
yeah, they already, hung
know what
out
you do
with
for a
that
living,
person
like,
and found out the bad way. And I'm like, and like as soon as they say the name, I'm like, oh God.
Do you even try to talk your way out of it and try to explain yourself, or you just let it be?
You mean as far as like me?
Yeah, like girls.
Well, I
try to
haven't
say,
gotten to that situation,
Okay.
like, because I'm just always going to be me, and I usually go by the vibe and energy of people, and I don't be trying to date everybody I work with. Like, I'm not one of those dudes, like, once we finish the scene, I'm like, yo, what's up, shorty? Yo, let me I go hit the shower, I'm waiting on the director to bring me my check, and then I'm gone, you know what I'm saying? So, now, I let her hit me up, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I had so many veterans in my corner, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had the Prince Joshua's, the Isaiah Maxwell, the Manuel Ferreras, like, I had all these mentors that have been in the game over 20 years giving me game, you know what I'm saying, Rico Strong and stuff. So they taught me right out the gate before I even got on my first set. It's like, yeah, don't do this, don't do that, you know what I'm saying, don't take a bunch of selfies with the girl before the scene, you know, some of them don't like that. So I was lucky, where a lot of male talents don't get lucky like that and they go overboard. I've seen male talents where I pulled them to the side like, bro, don't do that, dog. Like, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because she'll be all over Twitter airing you out, and next thing you know, you kicked out the industry. You know what I'm saying? Because the females do have like a group chat, and they'll air the dudes out in the group chat, tell like, yeah, don't shoot with this guy, don't shoot with that guy, blah blah blah. But usually, I gotta say, like, a lot of them content creator girls, they come in and they get wrapped up with a dude like they've been watching, been a fan of or something like that, and then they find out it ain't what it is, and then they come talking to me later, venting to me, and I'm like, I wish you would have asked me earlier. I'd have told you not to try to holler at that dude. Like, yeah.
Were you talking about me? Just kidding.
Oh, no, hell no. I actually don't know who you did.
I'll tell you
Man, you
later.
ain't never had that conversation. We'll do that off camera. Yeah.
So somebody's calling you a red flag, don't date this girl. What's your reply?
To either, like, to like women and men, a red flag.
Yeah, just like let's say a guy's checking you out and he asks his homegirl like, hey, and somebody be like, oh no, I know who she is. Look, this is what she does. Like don't date a girl that's in the industry.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know, because this is like so hard for me. I don't have as much experience as you, and you know that, and I've made so many mistakes. Like, I really mean it. Like, I've done it 4 times already now. So at this point, it's an intervention.
She probably would listen to me though. Like, if I told her like, Alexa, no, don't mess with that dude, she probably would listen to me because you know what I mean.
I had sucker on my face, so I'm learning the hard way.
Okay.
I'm getting bruised up, and then
I think because she's so sweet too, though. She's so nice. Like, she's really a nice, good person, and I think somebody probably tried to take advantage of that.
yeah,
you
they're
know
like,
what
I
I'm
can
saying?
love bomb her. I smell
yeah.
that low self-esteem. I can take care of this.
but I think like an average man, they wouldn't see that. Especially they see you on camera, they see confidence, they see beauty, they like.
Well, you can, okay, this is the thing though, is like, I see it like drag, and maybe it's because of like who I am as a person. I'm theatrical. I wasn't a theater kid, but I'm very like, I love movies, I watch too much TV, so maybe it's that side of me, because I literally have like, I feel sexiest in like a bunch of heavy gear, like rubber, corsets. I feel like then it changes into this sexier than life person, but like, I'm not roaming around like that. So without all of the armor, there is a softer person underneath, right? That like has their own issues, things they need to work on.
So I actually have a question for you. You seem like pretty down to earth and chill. Outside of work, what do you like to do?
The most boring things. I say that because it's like, yeah, you know this, because it's like, I'll either, but it's my way of like, getting zen, you know, because I feel like in any work you need to have that decompression time.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if your mental health is not good, it's going to affect every aspect of your life. So my ways to recuperate are like reading, and I read smut, so it does inspire me. Yeah. So I'll like read. I like to run. I'm not running a lot lately, but I will get back to it. And then like roller skating, just like very things that like make me happy, and I think it's important to constantly have those things in rotation to like re-energize you, because you're doing an energy exchange in work, in any job, but this as well, because like I'm giving myself intimately. I'm literally being so vulnerable on camera. Like, think about it, there's nothing more vulnerable than that. It's like someone seeing you do these things, and just as much as it can be weaponized to create some sort of celebrity, it can also be used against you, and then it's like, you know, degrade you. And so I have to remember that, and I'm like, well, my intentions when going into this were to get X, achieve X, like goal. So I'm always like trying to do that, because some days are good, some days are bad, and those are important things to remember when you have those bad days on set.
Yeah. That's another reason why I compare it to sports, because like I tell even other male talents when I'm like helping them out when they're new, I'm like, dude, did you play sports? Yeah. I'm like, you know how sometimes you might have an 8-point game, and sometimes you might have a 30-point game. The work is the same way. Sometimes you in the bathroom talking to him like, bro, what's up with you tripping today, man? You know what I'm saying? And it could be with like the hottest chick you ever seen in your life, and some days he just ain't ready to rise to the occasion, and you just gotta figure something out, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like any other job. Like if you work at the post office, you might have a very bad day. You dropping all the mail or something like that. It's no different in this industry, you know what I'm saying? Like you might have a bad day where the directors and everybody getting pissed off, you know what I'm saying? Because she'll tell you, like, the most hardest work comes from us. Even though they get paid more than we do, the hardest work comes from us, bro. Like, because you got to stay like this for hours.
And
you
they
know
tell
what
you
I'm
to
saying?
pause, move these cameras and stuff.
And it's all mental. Like, let one of those lights go out. Like, and then they gotta wait on them to fix that light and everything, and then when they ready and got it fixed,
which, like,
it might take an hour and a half for them to fix that one light. And it's like, all right, we ready to get back to it. You gotta be like instantly, you know what I'm saying? So
I couldn't
do
it.
Damn, bro. Yeah, so it's like it's tougher than people think. You know what I'm saying? Like you definitely gotta be mentally strong to be a good performer. You know what I'm saying? And then you just gotta realize like, all right, today was a bad day. We gonna regroup. Next time I'm on set, we gonna kill it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's been days where I didn't pep talk myself like, all right, I'm about to murder this scene, dog. Like it's over with today. Like, and went in there and killed it. You know what I'm saying? Especially coming back after a bad day. Like I'm like, oh hell no, I'm not having 2 bad days in a row, dog. No sir.
For most of, like I said, I think my analytics is like 82% men. Like a little bit of women chime in here and there, they watch, but like a lot of men all the time. Like I'm pretty sure like he'll agree with me that a lot of vanilla type men that like dream about the industry, check out the girls, watch you guys' videos and stuff like that. They always wonder like, do those people have to stay single? And if not, like man, I don't know how I could have my girl like just being with another dude and stuff like that. Like just everybody they always think in their head like I see them ask like, how do you mentally like be okay with that? Like
I don't know. Both 70% of the women in the industry married. Like for real, like married to dudes is not in the industry at that. Like that shocked me when I came in the industry. Like just being on set and one be like, yeah, my husband, da da da. I'm like, well, you married? Like, and then the husband have a regular job. He be a firefighter or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like most of the women in the industry married.
Okay. Do you usually check in with the dude first? Be like,
oh no, hell no! Like I rarely get to meet the husbands unless they show up to an event or something like that. But they usually cool. Like especially if you had a good scene with their wife, and their wife usually done told them. So like they'll usually come up, man, I heard you had a great scene with my wife, you know, da da da. She thinks the world of you, blah blah blah. So I haven't had any bad things with husbands at all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Most of the dudes in the industry are they
Some of them married. Yeah, some of them married. Some of them married to girls in the industry. Like it's a few industry couples out there. It's not as many as you would think. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely way more people married to somebody outside of the industry than it is people married in the industry. Definitely. Especially some of the biggest names. Yeah, some of the biggest names you done seen since back in VHS days. Like them jokers married to somebody outside the industry, for real.
Is it okay if I add to that?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say that I think it's just like there is a common denominator of you're confident in your sexuality and who you are, and I think when you're coming in with a partner, you have to be okay. Like a lot of people are poly, which you like or
But like real quick,
yeah.
when you say a lot of people are poly, is it like the man dreams of being poly, but the women don't know yet?
Yeah. No, I mean like
Person.
both parties. So I've met
Okay.
people who I actually just recently met, which was like really excited about, a female and male performer who are both married. Like they're married to each other. They both work. They don't care. Like they do go to sex parties, but they have boundaries. I think it just comes down to communication.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of one of those things where you have to be so rock solid, because like you're doing this and you're like your partner. So there's, yeah, some people could say, oh, they're cucks, right? But they're not, because there are cucks who like to get demeaned while they're watching their partner be with another person.
Can you just define that? Like a lot
Yeah,
of people,
it's
they
levels
probably
to
look at this
cucks.
and they don't
It's levels
understand
to
like what
cucks
is
out
cuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I'll let you go first.
Oh,
Yeah.
so for me, there's two different types of cucks. I need to like research more because I'm still diving into it. And I'm actually finding my own, like maybe I have some of these qualities. But then I don't know if it's just like a hot trending term right now, you know, because there is kink talk.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of misinformation. It's important to look into it. But there's like the type of cuckold, which means to have sex with another man's partner or wife, you know, and sometimes there is like that humiliation element to it where he wants to be humiliated and demeaned and seeing his wife gain pleasure from another person, and it's not from him, and he is forced to watch as part of his fantasy, you know, because maybe he like has some like BDSM stuff, you know, like where he wants to explore that. But then there's some people where it's like hot wifing, where they want, their wife is so beautiful, they're so proud of their trophy partner that they're
they get
like,
turned on by sharing her.
yes, and they're
Yeah.
like, look at how gorgeous she is. Like, look at what she can do to you. Look at what she can do to anyone, because she's just this sexual goddess.
Yeah. There's definitely levels to the cult community, which like, when I first heard of it, I thought it was just like the dudes that like to be, like you said, demeaned and you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. But then you have certain husbands that actually like to sit like in a chair and watch you with their
That's a
wife,
pity
whatever.
shit,
And then you have some that just they don't want to be in the room, but they want to watch the video later or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So they a different level. Like they the level that's more of like, you know, they don't want to be demeaned and cuss that. Then you have some like where I've shot scenes where they hired a guy to play the husband and they want you to like talk shit to him and you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, look what's happening to your wife, da da da. Like it's even been one where the dude that was playing her husband, like he was wearing a suit and tie and shit, and I grabbed him by his damn tie and shit, like got semi-violent with him and shit, you know what I'm saying? That scene actually got nominated for an award too.
Okay.
But yeah, I've learned lately that there's levels to it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You metaphorically and physically topped him.
Yeah, definitely, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that joke was funny too. Because they had him tied up in the chair. It was for like kink.
Oh,
And
okay.
so, yeah, they had him like tied to the chair and stuff like that. I didn't do the tying because I'm not good at tying. I don't know, but the director and them tied him to the chair. But yeah, it was funny, man. It was a funny ass scene.
The next thing I want to touch upon is trusting like friends and coworkers in the actual industry. If somebody were to refer somebody, or if you even got like some pillow talking going on.
Man, I don't
Does
trust
that-
none of these motherfuckers.
Does pillow talking happen a lot in the industry?
Hell yeah. These high school ass mofos. But no, I only got like, man, like I said, I got like 5 friends that I trust in this damn industry, dog. Like other than that, like hell no. I don't trust these suckers. Keep it 100 with you. Like,
What about the ladies?
Shit, I trust more ladies than I do
Yeah.
the guys. Hell yeah, dog.
That's bad.
What?
Usually
I
it's the
got
women that
way
care about
more
it.
female friends in this industry than I have guy friends.
Man, I've literally had girls come on the podcast and they be sitting there and their friends and talking to each other, camera turn off, one one's go use the bathroom, and that girl talk shit about that girl that she just left.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn.
Girls shit, like
Yeah,
girls story
girls,
girls,
like,
but
yeah.
like guys with the girls, like
Yeah.
I got way more
Uh-huh.
female friends in the industry than I do guy friends. Yeah. The guys be suckers, man. Like, they just ain't built like. Man, I feel like I'm talking shit, but it ain't. I'm being super honest, man. Like they just not built the way I said I was raised, or me and a few homies that's in the industry was raised. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like I said, I count all my friends: Prince Joshua, Hollywood Cash, Eddie J. What other male performers I'm tight with? Slim Polk and Scotty P. And other than that, like I don't really mess with too many other dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Chocolate Guy, my dog too. Chocolate Guy, new to
Yeah, I
the
met him
industry. That's
too.
my
One
dog
time.
too.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, man, it ain't too many other dudes I really rock with. You know what I mean? For real.
So is it tough being a lady in the industry? Like, can you trust a woman's word when she tells you, like, refer somebody to you, or?
Yes and no. Like, I think discernment, right? Like, you have to know, like, if someone's intentions, what they are with you, because definitely there's frenemies, but I've experienced that, like, so many times over, and other things. There's just this component, right, of sex, but I definitely appreciate when they warn me.
Yeah.
Oh, please
yeah.
warn me, because I
Yeah.
will learn, like I said, the hard way.
Mhm.
But I mean, if they know that you like a certain thing and they're like, this guy's a good old fashioned slut, and it's great, like a genuine slut, like he's not possessive, he's not gonna, girls get the word around, and also with girls, they're like, she's great to work with, she actually likes women, because you don't want a leg licker.
Yeah.
That happens too.
They be faking it?
The
No,
highest
they don't
lesbians,
fake it. They just don't want to. They don't want to be near you. They don't want to touch you, and then it makes you feel so like if I had like male genitalia, my boner would be down. I'd be flaccid because she killed my ego, because she completely destroyed me, because she didn't even want to kiss me. You're like,
Okay, I can see.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's as best I can describe it. So
Hell yeah. I think another biggest thing in the industry that like girls run into with the males is like the male talents that don't want to give them the content in time. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude will be posted it and all that, and the girl's like, yo, you haven't even sent me like the Dropbox of any video or pictures and things of that nature. So I get that a lot from a lot of female talents. Like they'll call me up and be like, hey, what's up with this one guy? He hasn't sent me my da-da-da. But with the respect that I got in the industry, sometimes I can call the dude up like, hey, bro, I'm real cool friends with her. Send that video over to her and then do it like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing about being the big dude. I Suge Knight that shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I gotta turn to Suge Knight in the industry sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Hell yeah.
What would you guys say that the industry is lacking when it comes to relationships and networking?
Probably communication. Yeah, probably communication. A lot of people
Just straight up, like.
Yeah, a lot of people are scared to talk because so many people it's like they get more confidence being behind a screen. You know what I'm saying? Like they might communicate through social media or DM or something, but like when you're talking to them in person, it's like a lot of them just don't have communication skills talking from person to person. I'm old school with it. Like I was alive before the internet, so I like talking face to face. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's in a relationship with a girl or just friends to friends, homie to homie, any of that. Like, I'd rather talk face to face, you know what I'm saying? So, because I feel like, and y'all can see if I'm wrong with this one, but when you talk to somebody face to face, you can more tell if they lying to you or not. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you look in their eyes and shit.
Yeah.
Like, at times I could read a text message kind of wrong. Like, man, you could
Exactly. You know, like, hold on, what are they trying to say with this?
Yeah.
But if you talk to them face to face, like you can see if they being a little bitch or if they being honest with you or if they lying. So I'd rather always talk face to face. You know what I'm saying? I'm just one of them old school cats like
You're
that.
saying that the new generation that's entering into porn is lacking the interpersonal
Shit,
skills.
the old ones too.
They're like everyone is autistic and they have ADHD and they need to learn.
Man, everybody got one of them alphabet diseases, is what I call it, man. Like, somebody always finding some type of way to say they either got this, they got that.
Well, okay,
and, like, I think I heard a comedian say, like,
Yeah.
we black, like, we can't even be, like, some of them alphabet diseases.
So
I was like,
excuses, excuses.
who is that? I think 50 Cent said being ADHD or being autistic or something is a luxury that black folks can't afford to have. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, dog, we've been through so much growing up
Already
in the
lack
hood
thereof,
and in the
already.
city. Like,
Yeah.
bro, you gotta have to be tough and move past it. So it's like, sometimes people be telling me like, oh, I'm going through this mental issue and this issue, and then you talk to me and find out what it is. I'm looking at them like, seriously, bro? Like, that's it? Like, oh, man, hell no. Sit your ass down. Like, you not built for this industry, man. Come on, dog. Like, you too soft. That's all it is to it.
So I got a question for both of you guys. What's on your no checklist? What you will not do?
On set,
Yeah, on set.
don't go nowhere near my butthole. I'm not a gay dude. Don't go nowhere near my butthole. That's pretty much my number one checklist. Yeah.
Oh.
Your turn. Yeah, it's your
I was
turn.
like, okay. Mine is just like degrading stuff.
Mhm.
So I am exploring. I like the idea of being a cuck and like a cuck queen,
Mhm.
but then I'm still like, I don't know if I want to. Like, I think it's like a lot of girls, and it's pretty common, even like girls who are not in the industry, they want to feel desired and like you're a good little slut. Even if it's a monogamous thing, they want to feel like they're a good little slut for this person and be told that in the moment. But then like, you're such a good girl. It's kind of like a reaffirming thing instead of like actually putting you down and calling you ugly. I would not do any vomit stuff because I just feel like I think urine is fine and I actually like that in my personal life, but I feel like where I draw the line is like stuff like that where it's like I like rough sex, but I don't want to be like called ugly or things, you know, like that, because then it's like they're just putting me down. I think it's different when you're used and you're like objectifying yourself as a sexual object and like a sex toy, and it's like you're a doll, you know, because when I think of that, it's like a completely different thing. It's an empowering thing versus it's like you are nothing, you're low, lick my boot. I don't want that.
Yeah, there's a particular website. I'm not gonna say the name, but they're known for doing a lot of that bad stuff. It's on Reddit too. But
we're never gonna work
man,
together.
yeah.
I don't want to do anything. Like, I had a girl that wanted me to do a scene with her where she likes to get like punched and stuff like that. I was like, nah,
Yeah, that's
I'm
too
not
much.
doing shit
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
Real quick, are you guys familiar? I just heard this man like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, what is that? I guess the category is called CNC. It's consent with no consent. I guess it's like play the role. I mean, yeah, act like you're resisting, but you really know like this is like I just heard of this, and I was like, what? What's that?
Well, I don't think I would do one of those.
I think it's kind of like a
That's not my
resurgence
style.
in like, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Are you good? You queen?
I think it's like a resurgence in kind of like that fantasy of like rape. I hate to say it, but like it used to be on kink. It used to be on certain sites. People used to also do like they used to use chloroform in bondage scenes, and I do bondage, and like now these things because there's a component of consent, and even like you'll find on Pornhub you'll like see stuff about like deep relaxation. We both know she's trying to pretend that she's asleep because everyone wants that fantasy, right? And I've even like lovingly said it to like a partner, like, oh, I love you so much. You can just use me when I'm asleep or whatever, like, and I consent. And so there's that, but you can't do that on many platforms now because it's considered not consensual. So I think it's like just maybe bringing back that fantasy that a lot of people have that's like kind of, you know, but I do think that porn is great in that way because then it gives people a way to explore those fetishes in a safe environment because then they can watch it and no one's being like, you know, treated poorly or in unsafe situations because everything's discussed beforehand. And even though that reputable companies like Kink don't do that anymore because of laws in the adult industry, they're amazing. They're the best for a reason. They stop every 5 minutes. They ask you if you're okay. They have a list. They like go extensively into these things because they want to make sure everyone is safe.
Yeah, I've done a lot of good scenes with Kink. Like I actually like working with Kink, especially when like Princess Donna was the director over there and stuff. We made great work over there. But yeah, she's right. Like they stop it, make sure the girl is straight. You know, get water. I'm like that anyways. Even I'm shooting a non-hardcore scene, I ask the girl, is she okay? How's everything doing? Like when we worked together, like it was more of a romantic type scene, but I still ask her like, you good? Everything okay? You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. So I just had some good mentors that taught me good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very grateful for that.
Okay. And would you say that you came across any women that have given you good advice?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I've been lucky where some people are like, girl, why are you not, you know, utilizing these things to like promote yourself or like people, they're good people, and I'm so grateful for good people like Trey and, you know, Raw Star because it's, I think in anything you can't like, and I'm so gullible, I'll admit it, like, you know, I've gotten better, but like I've learned from so many mistakes, and in that aspect it's kind of like I really appreciate when you do meet good people and when you do have that because it's so rare. I think it's just like hold on to those people and appreciate them because it's like in any environment there's like that, you know what I mean? I'm like, you'd understand.
Oh yeah, that's why I was like even going back to sports again. Like I was telling even my roommate who's in the industry, I had to, because he was kind of new when I first met him. And I used to tell him all the time, I was like, dude, you played sports in college, right? He was like, yeah. I was like, think about it. Did you hang with every single one of your teammates? No, hell no. Like when y'all cross the line, you only got maybe 4 or 5, maybe teammates that you might hang with away from the field or the court. It's the same thing with this industry. You know what I'm saying? Like I might go shoot a fire scene with this chick. Like it's a few chicks actually that like my fans actually like super duper love when we work together. Like some of my best sold scenes on my sites and stuff. But me and that chick don't hang out. You know what I'm saying? It's just. When we come together, we win a championship. Like, when we leave out the locker room, like we don't say nothing to each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. Even in school, like we ain't all hang with all our classmates. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with this industry. You know what I mean? Like you ain't gonna hang and chill with everybody. Even though some want it to be like that, but that ain't reality. You know.
I've always heard this. Tell me if it's true, and like you can share your own personal about it. A lot of the industry people say that they have better sex off camera in their own private life. Is that true?
For me, it is.
It is true.
Okay, the ones that's been off camera in the industry, yeah.
But in the industry, not a regular, like not I would call it regular.
Civilian.
The
civilian.
The
civilian.
Just one. I ain't gonna lie, like porn sex is kind of it spoils you a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I've only had one that was good, like she was in the industry, but wasn't in the industry at all. But I mean, yeah, I've had some great off camera with other people, other girls in the industry, but I ain't been too much. I can't say I have.
So for your viewers that like want to get deep and personal with you, like they know that they see you perform and they're like, man, like I would love to have like a night with her or something like that. But they actually like you're telling them that you actually have better sex off camera.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just because you can do stuff that isn't playing to the camera. You know this, Trey. He's 10 feet away from her. I'm so sorry. For all the stuff that looks good, it's uncomfortable. Granted, there are professionals like yourself that can make it look good and feel good, but that's harder, right? Because you have to remember that there's a light guy by you, and you don't see that when you're watching it. There's someone literally lighting up the genitalia area. And there's someone also with a mic above, and then there's a camera. There's actual cameraman, depending on how big it is. There may be several going, so it's just very crowded, right? And you have to be aware but not make it look super weird. So that's why, but also I'm a fan of porn, so it's very different. I'm coming in completely, I did live that vanilla lifestyle. I did have a lot of mediocre sex and then a lot of great sex, and so it's coming from a different, I think it's just like subjective in that way, where I think for yourself too, I understand what you mean, because I didn't learn these things. I wish my husband would have communicated. It would have made things 10 times better for both of us, because a lot of relationships, they lack communication. So if you're like, how are you going to get better if they don't teach you? So I'm kind of learning as I go, which is horribly, like, it's very public. So it's kind of...
On set is definitely way hard, especially if you're on a mainstream set. Like, you probably figured this out too, like we shoot a collab, it's a little bit easier. It's almost like off camera. But when you're on a mainstream set and you got like 8 people around that's got clothes on, makeup, and all of that, it's a little different because the director is reminding you to open up. It's been times I've been on set and caught a cramp. You still got just because the position they want you to hold.
Like timeout.
You know what I'm saying? Or one time I was on set for a scene and the director was like, wanted us to do Mish for like a long time, and dude, I had just came, like, I ain't gonna lie, I've been in the gym and moving some boxes. Dude, my arms were starting to shake. He's like, yeah, we just need 5 more minutes. I'm like, man, hold on, I need a water break or something, bro. Like, my arms is shaking, bro. So, like, sometimes it just depends how long they want a certain position too, you know what I'm saying? That can make it hard, you know what I mean? So it don't be easy. Then by the time they do start feeling good, they're like, all right, all we need is the money shot. You're like, what? Like what? Like, we just got going. Like, oh, man.
Can you guys share a story? Like, no names, but has it ever happened to you that, like, you were assigned or you did a collab, you know you're going to work with somebody that actually kind of has, like, a name, and the performance didn't meet the hype that you thought it was going to be? You can share a name if you want.
Oh, so you're trying to be problematic.
I mean, that could have made up for it.
Oh, man, let me see somebody that was hyped. I don't know if I've had one. Not one I could think off top. It didn't live up to the hype. I'm sure I've had some, but I can't think of one right off top. So it must not have been too bad.
Okay.
It must not have been too bad.
I'm not gonna answer that just because I have not as much experience as Trey, and I've worked with some big, and they were amazing. But I'm a big fan, so they could have like, done anything. I would be like, oh, so surprised. But I will say that I think you appreciate a good performer, and
Okay.
you have such a good sense of self. You're so confident. You know who you are. You've been in this industry a long time. Nothing can shake you. If you're
Stop
ego
making me
driven.
blush over here.
Well, no, but I mean, if you're ego driven and you need your ego to be stroked to get hard, then that's going to be a problem, right? Because she could be the most professional, talented person, but if she doesn't tell you how hot you are before, then you're gonna be mad because she just only when the camera's on she gives you the best sex, right? But they're mad because they want up here for her to be saying stuff off camera. She doesn't have to fluff you. She doesn't have to do anything, right? And so you know that, and you're like, I could care less. I got it, baby. I do it myself. Like you're so professional, and I think the only time it's not gonna live up is if the guy or the girl needs that component, and it's like no one owes you that. You're here to do a job. You showed up, you did it. Like they don't have to kiss you off set. They don't like you can sign something that says you want to have sex off camera, and in between, and that's agreed upon, and it's on the actual paperwork.
Directors ask it too.
Yeah.
I'm going through the do's and don'ts and stuff. Because you might be a scene where it's just BJ only. But the girl would be like, like I've actually had that happen. Like I was on a scene for Dog Fart, and the girl was like mad because it was only BJ, and she actually threw in there was like, if you want to do a little bit of intercourse, like in between, on or off, like please do. This and that. So, I'm the type I want to let the female throw that out there. Like I would never be the guy and say like, can we please do some of that too? Like nah, if the female wants to, then yeah, I go with it. Cause like I said, I be scared of like the females jumping in the group chats talking shit about me, so like, I definitely don't want to be that guy. I haven't in my years, you know what I'm saying? I don't think there's nobody's got me on their no list or anything like that, so I've been trying to keep my name clean, you know what I'm saying? Just being a good dude.
So it sounds like times have changed a lot. So I had a really good friend that was in the industry some years back. I'll say her name off the camera because she's a family woman now. But back then she would tell me stories, and like all this consent stuff wasn't really around like that back in the early 2000s. So it looks like they actually came like a long ways as far as all that.
Yeah.
But outside of that, is there anyone that you guys want to work with? Any performers
That I haven't worked
that you want to work with?
Your list probably longer than mine. Like my list is super short. I've worked with pretty much everybody I want to work with, except for like Kendra Lush, because she's from Detroit too.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like we can make like a Detroit type of scene or something like that. Like even if whether it's a collab or mainstream, if we did a collab, we could pretend we watching the Lions game or something. You know what I'm saying?
No, that needs to be a Vixen set. Putting it out there.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that would be dope. That would be dope. And other than Kendra West, I would say that I haven't worked with probably Kelsey Monroe, but she's pregnant now, so like I ain't gonna have it right now. But
She used to follow me on Instagram.
yeah,
So,
yeah, them two probably the two biggest names I haven't worked with that I wanted to work when I came in the industry. But other than that, like I've worked with all the big ones I wanted to work with. Like Luna Star was probably my top one, and I got a scene with her. Candace there before she retired too, you know what I'm saying? I got a scene with her. So I shot with some pretty big, huge names that was on the list when I came in, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I have a few. I just like I get embarrassed to say it because I feel like I need to be at a certain level to like warrant it. But I love people like Abella Danger who've been in the game, and she's not like she's just Abella Danger. She's one of those people kind of like she's kind of like Beyonce in the sense where it's just like she just is. She isn't a MILF. She isn't categorized. She's like no, she is just herself. And I think that's amazing because it's kind of like you think of that because you're a product that needs to be marketed. So when I think of girls that impress, there's a bunch of talented performers, but when I like who I was like my dream fantasy, it's the girls who are just like themselves. And again, it may be like because I fantasize.
One way you
like
know Abella
illusion.
still kills it because like Abella hardly ever shoots and she still wins
Yeah.
awards.
Yeah.
Like I don't think she'd have shot a scene in like 2 years and she's still winning awards, bro. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And lastly, what would you guys say to the person that wants to know, is it like doable for a regular woman and a regular man to date somebody in the industry, like and it work?
We think mental strong. Like you got to be there mentally. Like you got to have a certain mental capacity. Like be strong in yourself. And I think that's the main thing. Like if you mentally know yourself and You know, you're not insecure. That's for sure. You can't be insecure and date somebody in this industry at all, period. Like, I don't think you can be insecure and even be in this industry, period. You know what I'm saying? I think that those two main things, mentally and just not be insecure, because it's going to be moments where, you know, it's going to test you. It's going to test you for sure, especially being a male and dating a female that's in the industry. Like, number one, she making more than you know what I'm saying? So you can't be insecure on that side. If she do a scene with Dread or something, like, you can't be like Dread walking around 15-inch penis, bro. Like, you can't be worried about no shit like that. Like, so you definitely cannot be insecure, man. Like, cause you know damn well, like, it's probably only like 3 men on this planet walking around a 15-inch penis, like, for real, dog. Like, so you definitely can't be getting insecure. You gotta look at it like, all right, she just went to go to work. And, you know, you chill at home, find something else to do. And I mean, you probably know you probably ain't getting none of that night either. Like, you probably stressed her out so much, she's gonna come home looking for an ice pack. Like.
And what would you say to the man?
I agree with Troy, but I also think that there's a lot of people that are dating that aren't. There's mass content creators. There are husband and wife couples doing just with each other monogamously or opening things up so that they can get more money, right? So I think, like you said, confidence, and then just realize that everything, like, I think it's like the mentality of, like, there's a distinction. Maybe it's like kind of a pedestal, because it's kind of like when you meet an actor and then they're shorter than you thought they were because you're on a screen. So same thing, they're people, right? They sometimes have jobs, other things. Some people are psychiatrists, some people are different. They're amazing, actual human beings. So yeah, like not this fear, and maybe thinking of them as people, and then not trying to make that distinction, because then that's going to create its own complex set of issues.
Another thing I want to add too before we end, this one's gonna be a star. Like, one thing I've been good about in my 7 years is knowing a star when I see him. And I'm pretty undefeated on that. Like, I don't think it's been any female coworker that I've had that I've said that to and they haven't turned into a star. But this joker right here, a star, dude. Like,
I told him that too. I told him, I was like, her work, man. I'm like,
she's a great performer. I love the fact that, like, not only is she a great performer, but she's a good person. Because there's some that I've said that about it wasn't good persons, but I knew there was gonna be a star just off of them being a good performer. But I love being a friend of hers, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's one of the coolest people in this industry. She's in my inner circle. I don't play everybody in my inner circle for sure. But she's going to be a star, dude. She's going to be an award winner for sure.
You're blushing over there.
I can tell you that now, bro.
You have to do another interview for me.
Like, I haven't even put out our scene yet, you know what I'm saying? But it's already, my fans are asking, like, you guys, like, look so great together in your pictures and everything. Like, I hope y'all continue to work together. And I'm like, we will, bro. We will. But this joker right here going to be a beast.
I'm going to put in the work.
Once again, though, thank you guys for doing the show. And if you guys are available, I'd like to guys have you again, follow up on your careers and everything.
Maybe we should bring Sage with us next time.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. Let's bring Sage Hunter with us next time.
All right.
Yeah.
For sure.